Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. Those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscription. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is a collective broad spectrum reading, therefore I speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits in your life. It is created originally for Tuesday the 13th of December. It's not solely set for that date. Readings can be timeless. If this reading makes sense to a situation you're dealing with on a different date when you're seeing this video, by all means utilize it to the best of your ability. If it doesn't fit or it doesn't make sense, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. You just might be working on something different at this time. So don't worry about that. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily readings. In there, some housekeeping information, things I want you to think about when utilizing my channel. How to contact me via social media for private reading. I will never reach out to you, so be aware of that. Also, easy ways to support the channel. You can always hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share the video out, leave me a question or comment on the video. I greatly appreciate all of that. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning energy also at times during my daily readings. That video always populates in the lower left-hand corner of the screen if you want to go back and reference that too. I'm at the end of this video, and that's like kind of what's underpinning this energy throughout the week. So let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, so it is the Nine of Wands. Wow, interesting. Been through a hard time much? I mean, those clouds, those mountains right behind us. Have we just come through a situation that's maybe put us a little bit through the ringer at a deeper spiritual level? Are we really feeling that? Have we survived? I swear to God, this week the song Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, these cards are giving me that, even though it's all soft pastels and whatever else, right, in the design of these cards. I keep hearing Survivor, and this Eye of the Tiger theme. And this card, to me, definitely looks like this person barely survived in their Birkenstocks. I mean, look at the poor bastard. The Nine of Wands is not necessarily a bad card. It's a card of completion for the self, right? It's very close to the 10, which is the completion for the full cycle, or say the lesson, experience, or situation at hand. But the 9 is us coming to an understanding or an awareness within ourselves that we've learned something through hardship, through battle, through struggle, through adversity, right? And we're smarter and wiser for it. And the things that we've gathered along the way, which would be the wands that he has here, we're now using to sort of inform us, protect us, help us to make better choices. Even if we're, exhausted, tired, fatigued, we're still in this place of trying to, I don't want to say protect ourselves, but in a way protect ourselves from the situation we've maybe just been through, right? And so I will say this about this card. This is the best Nine of Wands wall that I've seen. It's the most sturdy and structured that I've seen on probably any Nine of Wands card. So I feel like our learning has been good, for sure. We might need to take a rest. This guy's seated. He's not normally seated in traditional tarot. He's usually standing, leaning on his wand. This guy is seated. Like, we may need to take a moment to rest and reflect. Underpinning this from the Sunday reading is the Magician. So I feel like there's a huge amount of possibilities with these cards this week, especially with the Sunday reading, for us to transform and set forth on a new path. And I feel like the Nine of Wands would represent us kind of assimilating the information, whatever, I feel like, to be honest, the end of the year seems to be ending out hard for everyone right now. Everybody's kind of going through it, myself included. And this Nine of Wands to me feels like, us taking a pause, reflecting, shoring ourselves up, learning our lessons from whatever we've just been through, and then putting those learnings to good use to move ourselves forward, right? In a smarter, not like working in a smarter, not harder kind of way moving forward. So even though we went through the hardship or the, challenge, and it may have been daunting, it serves us in a way. And I feel like with the Magician underneath this, because this is still the beginning of the week, and we also have that midweek Three of Pentacles, we can use this information, we can use these experiences to better ourselves, to create something new that's freer, easier, more in line with us, and less sort of obstructive or challenging than what we've been dealing with in the past. We may need to just take a moment, right? And gather our thoughts, gather our experiences, gather what we feel at the true depths of our soul. This is a Wands card, so it's going to affect us deeply, right? It's the fire, the element of fire in the spirit. Our spirit has not died with the Nine of Wands, is kind of the message of the Nine of Wands, is that no matter how battered we are, whatever situations we've been through, we still have sort of our spirit is still burning, still alive, has learned something, and is putting that something that it's learned to good use. The Magician underpinning this and the Three of Pentacles in the midweek say to me that we will take that wisdom and turn it into a positive, right? In my sort of belief in the universe is that everything balances itself out sooner or later energetically, and this could be us finding that balance within ourselves so that we can move forward in the creation of the Magician and get to a place that is less cumbersome than maybe we have been of recent, right? So just keep that in mind. Also, another just side point, Mars, which is the, sort of the planet of debate, argument, and fights, our war planet, has been in retrograde for quite some time, and it's about to come out of retrograde, but Mercury is about to go into retrograde. So even if things don't completely smooth out, because they may not for some of us, know that we are learning and that we are, applying this. There's really a possibility for transformation here, and we need to stay focused on that possibility rather than the memory or the cause or the reason for why we've gone through whatever it is we've gone through, is my feeling. Because those mountains to me in the background really feel like they're still drawing this person's attention. This person's trying to be in the present moment, but they're kind of slightly glancing to the side behind them from the situation they've just come out of. Does that make sense? But we want to stay focused as best we can today towards the future and better creation of better outcomes or better scenarios for ourselves. That's my feeling. Let's go to the Divine Abundance card. I love this card. It's outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will's release. Release me from my attachment. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I am open to receive. So this blossom here and the butterfly of transformation, we see all these butterflies, and the bird to me is kind of like spirit sort of watching over this. It's like we could be blossoming out of what was once an adverse situation into something new, and we need to allow that to take place. We need to understand that these things sometimes come to us for a reason, even if they don't feel good or sit right, or ultimately the Nine of Wands is about putting the lessons of the past to good use as we move forward. Staying open to that and continuing to bloom in who we are and what we know and create and transform is the key this week. Remember, the underpinning card for the entire week for the Abundance Oracle is that idea of go forth, which is like whatever is meant for me will come to me and whatever it isn't won't. And so stay in the ease of that openness and allow yourself to bloom forward, regardless of what's taken place in the past. Now let's go to the clarifiers. We have the Ten of Wands. So I like seeing this with the Nine of Wands because this is the release of that burden. That 10, where I was saying the 9 is the personal completion, the 10 is the final completion of the entire scenario. This is about just being at the finish line with whatever thing has been burdening us. And we've seen it through. We've finished it out. We've carried the wands as far as we can carry them. We've made it like home to a degree. So we might find ourselves, if we can lean more into this outrageous openness and this peace within ourselves, right? We can release the burdens of the past and allow ourselves the freedom to move forward more intelligently because of what we've been through. We might even be able, I mean, like, let's aim for the sky and find appreciation for the situation we've just been through. If we could do that, that leads us to, you know, elements like grace, freedom, joy, and we're really truly free, and we like evolve fully from whatever that experience was. So the next card is the King of Cups. Oftentimes very sort of like romantic card. It can be emotional, but I feel like this is us getting control of our emotions, or really understanding and appreciating our emotions, sitting in them from a place of authority, how we feel about a situation, and being clear on that today. And if things don't meet us emotionally, then we don't want them. That's just my feeling with the Kings. The Kings kind of make the final say, the final decision, yay or nay. It's that go forth card. It's that, you know, if this isn't right for me, or if this is beneath me, or if this doesn't feel emotionally correct to me, then it's not mine. And we move forward in confidence towards the future, right? This side is the future of the reading. He's seated looking to the future. He's ready to kind of, he's worked through his feelings and he understands them as my feeling, and he's stable in them, right? So we want to seek that out, and that sort of cool, calm, collected understanding of what we're worth emotionally, because yesterday's card was also worth, and remain open to that. And then the last card is our girlfriend that we saw. She's underpinning the entire week this week, right? This is the Queen of Swords. I told you on Sunday's reading, if you go back and look at it, that she is there to logically cut through some of the bullshit, those clouds, right? The confusion or emotionality. She keeps us placed in swords are that of logic and air. So, but queens themselves are the element of cups, which ties to the King of Cups there. So I feel like the King of Cups restores us emotionally to a degree, right? As much as we can allow ourselves to be. And then the Queen of Cups moves even further into the future, because you can see how she's turned completely towards the future, looking at a logical path out, looking at a logical path forward. And she's not going to take any bullshit. Like, she's not going to take anything that less than what she deserves either. And so there's a nice blend here of listening to our mind, but also following how we feel and honoring that, and letting go of what needs to be let go of, and remaining open to what we need to be open to today, to allow ourselves the opportunity to transform the situation. And that's the magician's power underneath all of this. Now let me go to the grounding stone. This is just a principle or an idea we should ground in today while we're working through these feelings and energies. And the grounding stone for today, okay, I'll take it, is on carnelian with this white swirl, which always makes me think spirit is at hand, swirling around us. The word is embrace, guys. This is about owning who we are, how we feel, being open to it, understanding that, you know, even if we weren't treated the way we thought we needed to be treated, or, you know, a situation didn't work out the way we thought it was going to work out, we need to embrace where we're at in the present moment, own it, learn from it, and move on, and feel like emotionally sound and logical, and embrace all of that today. I really feel like this is a very empowered position, even if we have come through a lot of recent. So embrace all of the changes, embrace all of the challenges, embrace it all, remain open to it all, find emotional, like, sort of not solitude, but solvency or balance again, and then move forward logically with a somewhat maybe critical mind, right? But not willing to sort of compromise who you are. This king and queen, they're royalty, right? They're worthy. Like yesterday's abundance card was worth. They know that they're worthy. They're embracing that. You don't come to the king and queen with anything that's beneath them. You bring them only the best, or else off with their heads, so to speak. And so remember also too, the grounding stone for the week underneath this embrace is that idea of faith. So keeping that faith that you can see yourself through this is also key during all of this time, and rise to a higher perception of where you're at and who you are and what you deserve. That is really the reading today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. By all means, please hit the thumbs up button, share the video out, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a question or comment. I'll see you soon. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.